So here's a completely independent, will relate to nobody video, but as with any Aquarius, they have to change the water at regular intervals. So, since my aquarium is just about set up to the decor that I would like, I really don't have to vacuum the gravel for quite some time. Usually, I let it go for about a year or so, and sometimes two, like I previously stated in an earlier video when I took this all apart. So normally, you can use a siphon and draw the water out in the buckets, or if you got a Python siphon, you can change the water with that, drain the water and refill it. But I no longer use my Python to drain the water out of the aquariums because it's a little on the slow side. So what I use is is my own little pump setup. So here's my bucket of goods, and in here I have my spare suction for Fluval 406 and some hose, and then the heart of the show is this pump. So what I got here, this is a Remco. This is a 5.3 gallon a minute at 80 psi, and this is a 12 volt Remco pump. And this was a salvage pump from a piece of equipment where I work. When it was delivered, the pump was damaged. So the company got full credit on this pump and the fittings for it. So what was damaged was the fittings. One fitting on this side, the fitting was broke off, and the little lock, because it's a quick detach pump. So this little lock was broken off. So what I did is I took this with me, and I jerry-rigged a new lock, and I used a piece of wire in the shape of a U, and just bent it and formed it until it made a lock. And now I have a one hell of a pump here that will pump this aquarium down in record time. And I have this all set up to go in the aquarium, such as such. So what I do is insert the suction into the aquarium and lock it in the rim. And from top to bottom, going all the way down, this is where the water level will finish off, right here. So that's about almost 90% of the aquarium volume that I pump out. So now what I do is hook up the pump. So all I got to do is just push this in. And then lock it. And now for the exitus. Here's the end of the hose. And we're going to stick it right out the window. Close the window on it, such as so. And since this is a 12-volt pump, I have a lithium polymer battery pack. This is a 4S, which gives you a total voltage of 14.8 volts. And I have Anderson power poles for the connection. And then we come down here to the switch here, turn the power off so nothing's running, and then we just plug in the pump. And this is a self-priming pump. Here we go. Now we're going to drain the water out. Until it gets the 80% mark or 90% mark or whatever it's set at. So that would take a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I'll take a pause here and I'll set up for the refill. So for my situation on refilling the aquarium, I'll use my Python siphon, but I need access to water. So this is my best method of accessing the water. I take off my hand shower and the shower water filter, and then I hook up my adapters. So this chrome part was part of the filter here, and then whatever connections I needed to make for connecting to basically garden hose thread. So all I gotta do is just screw this in, and I don't have to be very tight because it's got gaskets. And here's the end of the siphon. And normally when you use this thing, when you have this outward, this provides suction, and then when you push it in and twist it, then you're into refilling mode. So now we'll go back to the tank. So now we're at the drained mark, and we are at this much water level. Now we can take the suction line out. And we can come over to the live bearer tank. Turn the power off for that. Open the lid. Insert the suction and start draining. And this one I'll just hold it. And with a 5.5 gallon a minute pump, it doesn't take long to drain out a little 10-gallon tank. And that's about 90%. I'll reach over here, unplug the pump. And now it's time to refill. We'll take a pause right here and I'll be right back. And now we're refilling. So, since we're refilling and we have chlorinated city tap water, we need to dechlorinate it. Today's choice will be using Seachem's Prime. I have pre-measured 5 milliliters. Boom. Done. So now we just wait for it to refill. And everybody will be happy again. Already refilled the platy tank. Need to work on it a little bit so it's not all the way full. But that's the gist of it. That's it for this video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.